Give it to me.
With the boys in the party, everybody put up their hands. I get a half a mil for my feet, you get a couple bricks. Never gon' see the day that I ain't got the upper hand. I'm respected from California, I ain't way down to Japan. I'm a real producer and you just a piano man. Your songs don't top the charts, I heard them, I'm not a fan. Niggas talking greasy, I'm the one that gave them their chance. Somebody need to tell them that they can't do it like I can.
Never thought I would be on my own. I had to delete all your pictures off my phone, but I really want you closer. Said I had to cut you off like I don't know you, 'cause it's over. Never thought I would be on my own. I had to delete all your pictures off my phone, but I really want you closer. Said I had to cut you off like I don't know you, 'cause it's over. Never thought that I still have you on my mind, so you got me thinking about you all the time. Yeah, I really want you closer. Said I had to cut you off like I don't know you, 'cause it's over, over. Never thought that I would be on my own. I had to delete all your pictures off my phone, but I really want you closer. Said I had to cut you off like I don't know you, 'cause it's over. sushi. Got the baseline kicking like we Bruce Lee. Plus a new thing chatting about she wanna do me. But I had to swerve that cause I just wanna do me. I gotta level up, always moving on.
Right then, good afternoon everybody, welcome along to a bit of a different one here at the Jack Crossley Comms channel and also on the PGS Tier 2 Twitch. We're here tonight for the Sunday evening race of PGS Tier 2. It is Season 7, Round 2 here in Abu Dhabi, ladies and gentlemen, where I actually commentated PGS Esports Realistic Abu Dhabi on Thursday. But we're here today for the Tier 2 because I had a bit of spare time this evening, so I offered to join in and help out for tonight. So it's going to be exciting to see what the Tier 2 boys can bring to the table this afternoon here in Abu Dhabi, everybody. We are live from the PGS Tier 2 Twitch and the Jack Crossley Comms as well. So it's good to see everybody here. Reaper in the chat, I've just noticed as well, lurking about. It's good to see you. And Wolfie in that pro gamer. I'll read the chat in a moment. Let me just get started with this really quickly, first of all. Let's have a look. What have we got? We've got some new drivers that I am not used to here today, ladies and gentlemen. We've got Tiger B, who, of course, I know. Kryptonite, I recognise the name. M-Bulk, Arctic Ryan, of course. Is it Gente? I'm going to say Gente. Wolfie Plays, of course. Mr. Bo. Flame, Flavor, Jevi. Costazar, I've not seen him in a while. David Scott, I think it's David Scott, and the Judge, ladies and gentlemen. But it's going to be a very nice evening of racing tonight in the chat. A lot of messages been going on. I'm very sorry I have not seen any of this. What have we got? Another PGS stream thanks to Wolfie. Wolfie says, why did he go across the pit lane? Because it was Jack Crossley trying to find his team where he was a Jack. Very funny, mate. 7th Flame in the Aston Martin for provisional pole earlier on. Then it's David Scott with a 124 flat, 7/10 faster than 7th Flame at the moment. Ladies and gentlemen, and sets the bar here in qualifying with a 124 flat in the early stages. Let's have a look. I got Jack to do tonight. Yes, you did. I haven't seen Reaper in the chat, says that pro gamer. Well, I have. I can see him viewing, or he has been viewing at least. But he hasn't messaged, of course. But anyway, a few people in the PGS Esports chat as well, ladies and gentlemen. Tiger B, Jevi, Arctic Ryan, Architect, a few people, just to name a few. But what am I about? 13 minutes to go, ladies and gentlemen. Sorry about that. Of this qualifying session. So a long while to go, as I'll quickly get all of this stuff up on your screen for you. Here in Abu Dhabi, where under the bright spotlights, it is a sensational track. I saw a lot of these guys race in the realistic on Thursday, and tonight they are going to do the same thing. It was a great race Thursday night, and hopefully we get the same kind of treatment this afternoon, everybody. Evening, nice to see the races from a former commentator last season. It's good to see you, mate. Hopefully you're having a nice evening. I've of course normally here for the realistic, but tier 2 tonight for my first time, and I am looking forward to getting into it. 7th Flame into the pit lane. Mr. Bo coming into the pits as well, ladies and gentlemen. But Kryptonite is going to be good, isn't it? Hopefully we can get some more people in the chat. But if you haven't already, make sure you follow the PGS Tier 2 Twitch and the Jack Crossley comms too, ladies and gentlemen. Tonight should be a nice evening, and I am very much looking forward to it. Tiger B in the chat, it's good to see you, mate. How are you doing? How's your day been? It's nice to see you, mate. There's Kryptonite out there on the lap then. He is fastest in the first sector, ladies and gentlemen. That for a gamer sends us a follow, I appreciate it. Sam in the chat, if it's anything like what I commentated over, it should be good. That is good then. The realistic normally is pretty decent, so hopefully tier 2 will be good as well. Kryptonite then in the Red Bull, flying all the way down into turn 9 here in Las Vegas. Wow, Las Vegas, my brain is fried. Here in Abu Dhabi, sorry everybody. And he is currently keeping it quite tight and neat in that Red Bull. What will it be then heading towards the end of this lap, ladies and gentlemen, with 11 minutes to go on the clock for qualifying. He is one of 3 drivers yet to put a time on the board here at the Yas Marina circuit this afternoon, with quite a while left of qualifying to go, so lots of time before they have to really worry about getting the times on the board. But Kryptonite towards the line here in qualifying. It is going to be a P10 time, 1:26 flat, a whole 2 seconds slower than David Scott on provisional pole, ladies and gentlemen, here in qualifying. In the chat, Jack, have you seen the Joe out on track? What do you mean, mate? Michael B says it's going to be a close season in the chat. I am looking forward to seeing it. Obviously, I won't be here all the time. I don't think you guys have a commentator, do you? So if I'm ever free again on the Sunday, I can try and help out. But at the minute, I will not be available all the time, as I am booked up on the Sunday. But you know, if we're ever free again, I will make sure I'm here. Reaper in the chat has just sent 8 bits. Thank you very much, mate. Thank you, Reaper. It's good to see you. Reaper sending more bits. Oh, I really appreciate you, mate. Hopefully you enjoy what's going on in the chat tonight. Lots of bits being sent by Reaper. Absolutely filling the chat in the Jack Crossley comms tonight. The judge over the line, he's going to go into 7th position. Thank you very much, Reaper. I really appreciate that. 100 bits is incredible that you've just sent. Absolute legend. He's sending more. Reaper's going crazy. Reaper is going crazy. Hopefully we enjoy the racing tonight, mate. It is going to be good for Tier 2. Flavour out there on a lap at the minute, possibly. Reaper, you're going mental. You can stop if you want. You can stop. It's not too late. Oh my. Sending a lot of bits. You love sending the screams. It's going crazy. It's going to keep doing that for a minute now. As the judge then, everybody heading all the way down into the left-hander. On the outside there is the V-carb. The judge carrying on. Reaper just filling the chat with bits. Absolute legend, man. I really appreciate you. What is that snowman thing? What's that? I've got no idea. But the judge is 3.5 seconds down, so not on a lap this time round. Flavour is not on the lap. M-Bulk is out there in a minute with half a second up, half a tenth up, sorry, on this lap around. Using, I've just got mixed up, I'm looking at the chat, use that to wake somebody up would work well. You know what, mate? You know what? When I'm, what's it called? When we're halfway through a race and then somebody follows or sends some bits or something and that comes up, I absolutely shit myself, like, completely. Wolfie, you're going again! Look at this, a hype train's been started in the Jack Crossley comms chat now. We've had 2 people send bits in the last few seconds. And thank you very much, guys. Wolfie sent 3,100 in total now, ever, which is incredible. Hype train started. Here we go then. Kryptonite on a lap, everybody, and for the bits, hopefully I can provide some good commentary now here for the end of qualifying, where Kryptonite is not on a flying lap. I'm not entirely sure. We're going to have to see. Flavour into the pit lane. M-Bulk is going to come around the final corner now and cross that line here in qualifying. What will it be for the V-carb? It is going to be 8 tenths improvement, 3rd place for M-Bulk here in qualifying, and a very decent time at this moment in time. 10 1/100th of a second gap between him and Mr. Bow, which is incredible. Thank you very much for the spits again, everybody in the chat. Wolfie and Reaper going crazy. And I am so forever grateful. Thank you very much. It is great. Now, you guys should, I think you should have some new emojis now, sending bits, not entirely sure. But for anyone in the PGS chat, do you know how I'm saying this name? Is it, I said Gente, but I'm not entirely sure how I'd say that. I'm probably going to say that for now, unless somebody corrects me. He's nearly 2 temps down on this lap around. We're going to go to somebody who may be on a flying lap, which could be Arctic Ryan here, heading round and towards the line. The back of the car flashing, so I don't think this will be it for him as he just crossed the line now. Oh, never mind. Provisional pole, ladies and gentlemen, for Arctic Ryan. 1:23.961. That is absolutely lovely for Arctic Ryan. He puts it on provisional pole. I always went with Gent. All right, I'll go with Gent as well, mate. And that pro gamer as well just said Gent. So yeah, I appreciate that from both of you boys. Thank you very much. I will go with that from now on. So that will be Gent. Arctic Ryan, provisional pole. Absolutely sensational stuff. We have had a very nice start to the stream. A hell of a lot of bits sent. Everybody in the Jack Crusty comms playing with the emojis that they've been provided with. And for my first time here at Tier 2, hopefully we'll get a nice race, ladies and gentlemen. I am very looking forward to it. Realistic here in Abu Dhabi was great. And now, this should be even better. 13 drivers joining us with 5 minutes to go here in qualifying. And over the line for Chevy then, who has got the fuel light on. He goes up to P7 here in qualifying with a 5.2 second improvement. Not a bad time from him so far. Arctic Ryan will be going into the pit lane this lap around. Wolfie Plays is out there, but a 10th.5 down this time around. The judge is now starting a lap, and we will go on board with him. Here we go then for the judge, ladies and gentlemen, who is not on a lap now. He slows down. That'll be it from him. Also, for anyone in both chats, actually, 2 things that I do want to mention during the stream. First of all, with some of my leagues, I might start offering some Jack Crusty Comms merch giveaway at the end of the season for the World Championship winners. So if anyone's interested in that, let me know and I can try and push for it, and we can get it, you know, for the championship winners at the end of the season. That'd be pretty cool. For free, of course. And then also, I was actually thinking about maybe getting some Jack Crusty Comms mugs made and things like that. If anybody would be interested in getting your hands on some, let me know, because I need a certain amount of people. Yeah, I need a certain amount of people to buy some, so it'll be financially viable. So yes, if you're interested, let me know in the chat and I'll jot it down. But yes, it'll be caps, t-shirts, mugs, all of that kind of thing. So if you're interested, let me know, and we'll get it sorted. We just need some good backing behind it. Chevy going into the pit lane now, ladies and gentlemen, as the judge, the only man on the track at the minute, apart from the 2 others actually, of the Mercedes of Gent. He's on an outlap at the moment. There's also an Alpine, I'm guessing, out there, yes, up to Judge, of course, who is on a lap around, I believe. Here we go then. He was fast. He was a 10th up, sorry, in the first sector. As here we go, all the way down into the left-hander, ladies and gentlemen. What can the judge do into the end of the second sector as he flies all the way down and into turn 9 for the end of the second sector for the Alpine, where P9 at the minute is best for him, 125 flat. It's going to be over the end of the second sector, 3.5 tenths up on this lap around. It was a 10th up in the first sector. The judge in the Alpine is finding mega time here in qualifying, and he's heading round then, ladies and gentlemen, towards the final few corners here in Abu Dhabi. What has he got in store for us today? Will it be a good qualifying time for him with 2 minutes and 30 seconds to go. This is the closing stages now of qualifying. Every lap counts, every second counts here in Abu Dhabi, and a judge over the line. It's going to be P6 for him, just behind his teammate of Tiger B, and that'll be it for his qualifying at the minute. Maybe he gets another chance at another lap, but for now, that'll be it for him. Gent with a nearly 600th of a second, that does not make sense. 600ths of a seconds up in the first sector, ladies and gentlemen, and P10 for him at the moment. But he is finding time. Hopefully he has a good lap. We'll go back on board with him in a minute. 7th Flame begins the lap. The judge is out there, but slower. Costasar up by 0.8 of a second on the previous lap. He got himself into 3rd place. Good time from him. As many drivers now coming out on their out laps, and this is where it all starts to ramp up. It all starts to get a bit more exciting here in qualifying. Gent at the minute is going fastest in the middle sector. He's going much faster than last lap around. It's a 1:24.961 on time for him at the moment, and he's finding time in the first and second sector. Now he's got to piece it together for the final as he heads into the final corner here in Abu Dhabi for Yas Marina Circuit. He's going to cross the line here in qualifying, and he finds a few places up to P8 for him. Nearly 3 tenths up on that lap around. He goes into P8. 7th Flame is up by 0.2 of a second now in the Aston Martin, flying down into the turn 9 loop as he heads all the way round. Of course, the new feature here in Abu Dhabi from 2021, and he is now pushing this car in the Aston Martin. I think his teammate Mr. Bow up in P4 with a 1:24.4. He's doing very well, his teammate is. Can 7th Flame match him here in qualifying as he runs it all the way out wide, then swinging it to the right twice more here in Abu Dhabi with 40 seconds left here in qualifying. What can the Aston Martin do? He spins it around into the barrier here in qualifying, and 7th Flame retires from the session. That'll be it for his time today, ladies and gentlemen. 7th Flame finishes P9. He retires from qualifying today, and it's a dramatic end to qualifying for the Aston Martin this afternoon. He is down in P10 at the least. At the most, sorry, at this moment in time. Zembulk finding time on this lap around. Who's closest to the line there? McLaren crosses the line now of Jevy, who's that? Arctic Ryan, 1:23.8. Provisional pole for Arctic Ryan, ladies and gentlemen. It is beautiful stuff from him here in qualifying as he masters the Abu Dhabi circuit once again. He was great in the realistic, and in Tier 2 today, he is driving sensationally. Provisional pole at the minute. David Scott won't improve in qualifying. Kryptonite could be on a faster lap now. Mr. Bow crosses the line in P5. He's finished there. Empel at the minute through turn 9, all the way out of the loop then, and all the way down to the end few corners here in Abu Dhabi, where P6 for him right now with 1:24.5. Needs 300ths of a second to gain P5. It is marginal times we're working with, and Embulk has got to push this car now. He runs it a little bit out wide then here in qualifying under the Crypto.com sign, then into the final few corners with no time left on the clock. This is it now for Embulk over the line, and it's P6 at best for him. Chevy then is 1/10 down. Flavor down by many in P13 now. Chevy in P11. We've got Kryptonite, who won't improve either. Arctic Ryan at the minute, provisional pole. Chevy's slowed down, and Arctic Ryan, ladies and gentlemen, here for Tier 2 PGS Esports, is on pole position here in Abu Dhabi in the Williams. He does it again, and he never fails to deliver, ladies and gentlemen. Arctic Ryan ahead in this session. You love to see it. Right then, in the Jack Crossley comms chat, love to see it. Ryan's done great. I'd like to buy some merch if you are selling some. Absolutely, mate. I'll jot your name down, so that's one that I know that would be interested. But yes, we need a lot more people interested before we can start selling it. So it's actually worth it. Reaper's interested. Wolfie's interested. That's 3 people then. 3 people. Thanks, guys. Thank you. I'll jot that down. If anyone else is interested, let me know. But this should be great. Here we go then, ladies and gentlemen. Finish the results for qualifying. Absolutely brilliant. Ryan knocks it out of the park. It is a 1:23.8, 2/10 pole margin, and he's on the front row of the grid, lining up alongside David Scott in second place. Then Kryptonite third with Costasar 4, Mr. Bo 5 with Embulk 6, Tiger B 7 with the Judge 8, Gent 9, Flame lines up on the last place in top 10 in P10 in the Aston Martin. It's Chevy. I didn't catch the rest, but next up is the Grand Prix, ladies and gentlemen. Hopefully you're looking forward to it. There's by the way, if you're selling, what will the prices be? I'm not too sure yet, mate. I've got to work out how many people are interested before I can work out how much it'll be. I'll try to keep the cost down as much as I can for you, but we will see what it is like. Sam, I always went with Gent. Oh no, you already said that. You already said that, so I thought you just sent that now. My bad. But this should be good, ladies and gentlemen. If you're in the chat, let us know. We've got a nice showing in the Jack Crosty comms, and we've had quite a few messages as well in the PGS Esports Tier 2. Looking forward to tonight. Oh, yeah, that's my bad, that per game. I'm totally forgot. My memory isn't very good at all. So I keep forgetting. I'm so sorry. Thanks for the bits sent everybody tonight, though. It is great. Wolfie plays in total, sending so many, too many bits in total. 3,100 in total. Jack, I would ask for VC to correct his name. What do you mean, mate? Arctic Ryan in the PGS chat. Hopefully penalties don't get me this time. We will see. In the chat, his Belgium name, I'd say his name is... fair enough. I think for now, guys, I'm just going to say Gent. I know it's not pronounced like that. But if the other commentator said that's what he went with, that's what I'm going to go with as well. And then hopefully we can, you know, I'm only going to be here once, and then hopefully if I do it again, I can clear it up with him. But yeah, that'll be that. Here for the formation lap then, ladies and gentlemen, here for the 50% race, ladies and gentlemen, with your strategies on screen. It's going to be a 2-stop race today. It could be a 3-stop as well, but most likely a 2-stop race this afternoon. Let's see how it goes, shall we? With Arctic Ryan starting on pole position alongside David Scott in the McLaren. If you're in the chat, in either of the chats, drop your predictions now. Drop your predictions on who you think is going to take it. Right then, ladies and gentlemen, this is it here for the PGS Tier 2. My first time here, and hopefully not my last, where we're here under the bright spotlights in Abu Dhabi. Arctic Ryan leads us away from the front of the pack, on the front row of the grid for pole position. Will penalties destroy him this time, or will it be his night here in Abu Dhabi, where we wait for the lights? And I never realised actually people still need to catch up. They're going incredibly slow. Catching up then, Flavour, Wolfie's already there. Jevy's coming round now, he's going to catch up in a moment, but that is it, everybody. The remaining drivers lining up on the grid here at the end of the formation lap, where Arctic Ryan starting on pole here at the Yas Marina circuit for round 2 of the PGS F1 Esports Tier 2. And here come the lights. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 lights then ahead of the drivers here in Abu Dhabi, ladies and gentlemen. Arctic Ryan on pole position, and it's lights out and away we go. The Williams with a brilliant start. The McLaren trying to catch up on him behind. Not a good start from him. He's already battling with the Red Bull. Arctic Ryan gets set free in the lead at the moment. Kryptonite trying to get through around the outside line. David Scott has dropped down to 3rd now. Kryptonite through to 2nd place, ladies and gentlemen, at this moment in time. Then it's Kostazov 4, Mr. Bow in 5, Tiger B trying to get through in 6th position as he sends it up the inside line, makes contact, and the Aston Martin goes around. It's who was that? Was it 7th Flame? No, it wasn't 7th Flame. It was his teammate, Mr. Bow, all the way down, everybody, in P13. Brilliant start to this Grand Prix, ladies and gentlemen. Look at this, nearly 3 abreast going all the way through there. Absolutely massive racing going through to turn 9. Look at this. This is sensational stuff in the chat. See you later, that Pro Gamer. Thanks for joining us on lap 1 of 29 as the racing all the way through turn 9 is Chevy then on the inside, Gent on the outside line. He's in P10 at the moment. Can the McLaren, try and fight through? He can't at the minute on lap 1 of 29, but a long race ahead of us, ladies and gentlemen. Lap 9 to 13, pit lap for the medium, then 18 to 22, pit for the hard. That is the 2-stop strategy we're working with this afternoon. Let's see if anybody actually goes for it, shall we? Arctic Ryan with the fastest lap then in the early stages as we cross the line, with the Williams being your race leader all the way down and into the 2nd lap of this Grand Prix out of 29. Nearly 30 whole laps we have here at the Yas Marina circuit this afternoon, with Kryptonite 2nd place, David Scott 3rd, Kostazov 4, Embulk 5, the judge in 6th position, then 7th Flame, then comes Flavour, then comes Tiger B, Gent as well as further up. Actually, we're just missing this. Hang on, David Scott going through past Kryptonite down the 2nd straight, ladies and gentlemen. You love to see it. Into 2nd place, Kryptonite down to 3rd now. In this Grand Prix. Kostazov 4 behind that. Here comes the Alpine of the Judge trying to send it. Here comes the 2nd Alpine of Tiger B trying to send it as well. All the way into the left-hander. He's at the inside line. The V-carb goes off. Both of them go off the track here, ladies and gentlemen. It's the Alpine and the V-carb take each other off the track here in Abu Dhabi on the 2nd lap of 29. They're all the way down to nearly the back of the grid now, as Mr. Bow still sits at the back. And these two find themselves in 11 and 12 now in this Grand Prix. What is going on here today? Up ahead of this then, the battling going on as Kostazov down to 6 as well. Embulk up to 3 as this battle's going on all the way through. This is the brilliant battle we're missing at the minute. Embulk all the way up to 3rd place in this Grand Prix so far. He's having a brilliant shot at a podium right now, and can he hold it for the rest of the race is the question. The Red Bull trying to make the move on the Alpine here up the inside line. He nearly goes around. The judge gets sent off wide. He goes around the outside line and takes a move from him into P4. Kryptonite into 5. Kostazov 6. We cross the line now to start lap 3 of 29. It's in sensational battling so far, ladies and gentlemen, here for Tier 2 here in PGS. It's been good racing so far. We head all the way through on the 3rd lap, and the judge trying to catch Embulk then all the way down into turn 5. Can he catch him? Will he be too far back in the Alpine? He will be at the moment, so he can't make the move yet, but he channels through with the slipstream all the way around the corner. And on the exit, a very good exit. Embulk with an even better one though, flying ahead, most likely using a lot of battery there, draining it all the way down the straight but here comes the judge. Not really with much effort, gaining and gaining. Will he go down the inside line? The Alpine goes for the move. He breaks in a little bit earlier than Embl did. They go up the inside line. It's side by side through the chicane, and the judge is ahead of Embl in the Grand Prix today. He's into third place. Kryptonite now goes through to 4. Embl drops down to 5. Will he be able to fight back through past the Red Bull, up the inside line into turn 9, side by side? Here comes the V-carb of Embl. Can he get back through to 4? Look at the racing we are witnessing, everybody. A very, very good. Oh, somebody off Kryptonite. Who was that? I think it was the second. I think it was Costazar. Very much off the track there, ladies and gentlemen, here in this race. If you're still in the chat, let me know. It's been a very nice race so far. And I am looking forward to seeing what it's got in store for us for the rest of it, because this is great. Down towards the line, lap 4 of 29, ladies and gentlemen, and the racing so far, we have loved it. It has been really, really captivating, and we head into the left-hander where the Aston Martin seemed to glitch a little bit there, going through the corner. Mr. Bow finds himself at the back of the grid and looking a bit glitchy at the minute. Up the inside line comes the Alpine on the McLaren, trying to get through, but cannot do so at the minute. Tiger B try and fight all the way up then onto the McLaren, ladies and gentlemen. No, he's got the DRS, he pulls ahead at the minute. This is a move we just missed as well, the Georgian Embl, who seemingly changed positions there, but we unfortunately didn't see it. It is lap 4 of 29, everybody. This race is going by quite nicely. Some sort of mistake there, everybody, from Arctic Ryan. He's down to second place. David Scott takes the race lead in the early stages of this Grand Prix. That is interesting, it really is. No penalties at the moment, so they won't mess anybody up, but mistakes like that from Ryan definitely will. And now David Scott, the leader of this Grand Prix, out there ahead. But can he stay ahead is the question. Down goes Kryptonite. He's spun around in P12 now, ladies and gentlemen. He brings himself back on. At the back of the grid as Mr. Bow finally makes a move past him. He's through. Ooh, the closing speed there from Tiger B. Getting very close to Chevy there. Really was. And wasn't able to make the move just yet. But he is getting closer than ever, and he will make his way through very soon, I'm sure of it. Here comes Tiger B then on the backside of Chevy to make a move. Will he be able to get through is the question. We will see, ladies and gentlemen. We head all the way down and into the left-hander, where at the minute not being able to make a move. The DRS will be in full effect all the way down here. Here comes the Alpine gaining on Chevy to make that move down the straight. He's going to go up the inside line and he's through to P9, ladies and gentlemen. Tiger B making those moves. Cross the line now, then everybody restart. Lap 7 of 29. Seventh Flame goes round now. He's at the back of the grid, down in 13. Not entirely sure what happened to him, but Emball makes the first pit stop of the afternoon on the hard compound tyres, which is very weird. So maybe he's got a bit of wing damage. Yes, he has. There you go.
I got the loving for you, and I got nothing.
Seventh Flame pits with him. So both go into the pit lane for early tyres, which we wasn't expecting, but wing damage causes differentiation, you know, in the races, of course. Move there, you may have missed. Look at this side by side, the Mercedes and the Red Bull. A bit of 2021 added in there, wasn't it? As Costas are ahead of Gent at the minute. As over the line then into P4 and 5, them to go as Costas enters the pit lane, ladies and gentlemen. Kryptonite with the first penalty of the afternoon. It's been really clean so far, it really has. As behind him, Mr. Bow and Kryptonite follow them in. Chevy and Tiger B getting very close on lap 8 of 29. The McLaren against the Alpine, but we've got a long way to go. One more lap, ladies and gentlemen. Well, as we cross the line now, lap 9 starts. We have 20 laps to go in this Grand Prix, which the first 9 laps, not going to lie, have gone very fast. They really have. It is flying by. Wolfie plays a 3-second penalty as somebody goes round. Oh, it's Wolfie into the pit lane. Spinning around. Wolfie finds the barriers there. Looking like it might have been wing damage for him. It was wing damage. The Ferrari changes that front wing. Is he going to get out ahead of the Aston Martin? No. Is he going to do it? I don't know. Side by side, he pushes him off. He's off the track. Wolfie Blaze down to 13, ladies and gentlemen. It was on the camera there, so if that was an incident, we have got it recorded on the stream. What on earth was going on there? What on earth? Wolfie pushed off the track in P13. Lap 10 of 29 in the pit lane goes Arctic Ryan and Chevy 2. David Scott is your race leader at the minute. It's Kryptonite. Picks up another time penalty this afternoon, which isn't too great. But coming out of the pit lane now is Chevy, of course, under the ground. Coolest pit exit ever in F1. It is great. Really cool. As we exit under the MSC Cruises sign, and Chevy has got 7th Flame up behind him. But David Scott leads by 3.6 to the judge at the minute, who is driving brilliantly in this race, ladies and gentlemen. But the racing is starting to space out just a bit. The closest we've got at the minute is 7th Flame against Chevy. Here he goes, and up the inside line on the McLaren. Will he make the move? He's getting perilously close here. He's up the inside line, and he's made the way through into P11. He paved the way, and 7th Flame finds another position. In the chat, Jack, is that you? Yes, it is, mate. It's good to see you. How are you doing? I totally forgot you're not in tier 2. I don't know if you are in tier 2. I'm not sure, but you're not here today. It's good to see you in the chat, mate. Jack Frosty Comms chat died down just quite a bit recently. Not too sure if anyone's really in here anymore. But still some people in the PGS tonight. But yeah, they've I had a free night tonight, so I thought I might as well come and help you guys out. Not too much going on at the moment. At the back of the grid, there is quite a bit of a close action here. Maybe Wolfie can make a move on Chevy soon. Here comes Wolfie Blaze then with the DRS, ladies and gentlemen. And on lap 12 of 29, he's finding himself into P12 and up a position in the Ferrari this afternoon. You love to see it. Will he make a move on 7th Flame very soon then? Only a little bit up the road, 9/10 of a second to be exact. It is possible for him. Can he do so soon? Here comes the Aston Martin up the inside line, then on the Mercedes, everybody side by side all the way into the exit here and all the way up the second straight. It is going to be Gent in P10, 7th Flame in P11. Will he make a move up the inside line? Yes, he will. He's into P10. Behind that as well, more action going on. Wing damage there for the Mercedes. Here in Abu Dhabi, as the Ferrari trying to make moves up as well, and the McLaren as well behind that, all trying to make their way through the pack, ladies and gentlemen. The judge in the pit lane now coming out again in the Alpine with new tyres on. It's going to be the hard compound for the judge. Now everybody has made one stop and we're looking at making one more in this race for everybody today. As Gent in 7th Flame, then P10 and 11 there, giving it a good shot. Ahead is Gent, then into P10, 7th Flame down to 11. Behind that, Jevy and Wolfie plays, giving it a good shot. Wolfie trying to stay on the track. Sorry, he now nearly goes around, keeps it in P13. Jevy flies off into P12 in this Grand Prix, with Arctic Ryan being your race leader on the 4-lap old hards with no penalties at all. He's driving brilliantly in this race on lap 15 of 29, and about halfway now into the Grand Prix with David Scott 3 seconds down the road, then Costazar, then Emble, then Mr. B. Tiger B failing to make that move here in Abu Dhabi on lap 15 of 29 as he tries to gain on the Aston Martin on the exit in the Alpine, with a brilliant exit now all the way up around the outside line. He makes contact with the Aston Martin, pushes him off wide there as Tiger B goes through to P5. Mr. Bow in P6, he's made a brilliant comeback. He was all the way at the back of the grid earlier on, now up to P6. We think somebody might have gone round there. I'm not entirely sure who, but somebody may have had a spin here in Abu Dhabi on lap 16 of 29 as the laps tick by. Not really anyone in the Jack Rusty Comms chat anymore, unfortunately. The tier 2, there's still a few lingering about. I think most of you are actually driving who are in the chat tonight. in the chat. Wolfie joins us. I got side pod damage from the incident before. Yeah, I noticed it didn't look very good. He's in P13, Wolfie is at the moment. As he makes his way round the track, trying to keep going with the side pod damage, ladies and gentlemen. Coming out of the pit lane is Mbulk in this race. Lap 18 of 29, then everybody. Wolfie with the side pod damage today, which is going to really make him struggle with the aero on that car as they head all the way through, then, ladies and gentlemen, on lap 18 of 29. One lap, and we have 10 to go before the end of this Grand Prix, where not a hell of a lot is happening right now. A bit of downtime. We've had a lot of drivers make the two-stop, and in the pit lane for Kryptonite coming in now for the second stop of his race on lap 18 of 29. The Red Bull of Kryptonite chucking it into turn 5, but lap 19 of 29, we have 10 laps to go, everybody. David Scott's in the pit lane now, getting on those brand new tyres for his second stop of the evening. And yeah, some drivers completed the two-stop, but not everybody yet. David Scott has done so now, and he is going to be passed into P4, should come out P4. Given the look of it, quite a few people decided to pit the same time as him now. Look at this, all of the drivers heading down the straight now. They're all quite spaced out, so we're not going to get any moves at the moment. The racing has kind of died down now. And whoa, hang on a minute. Look at that, Tiger B spins around, and just as I said, the racing has died down. We get a spinner. Not a safety car, but we do get a spinner. Wow, that was crazy. Lap 20 of 29 now, Tiger B into the pit lane after spinning around and getting those brand new tyres on. Now it's his second stop of the evening. It's going to be the mediums most likely till the end, or even it could be the softs even, but I doubt that. Never mind the hards, maybe he started on the mediums. New wing for him then, and he will exit, coming out in P11 at the minute. Wolfie plays, picks up a 3-second time penalty. I'm actually really impressed with the penalties tonight, everybody. We haven't had as many as I really thought we would. Looked like somebody was round there, everybody. I'm not entirely sure what happened there. I think somebody slided around the corner, but only 8 laps to go now. 8 more. And that is it for Tier 2 PGS Round 2 on this Sunday evening, where Xevi enters the pit lane, ladies and gentlemen, to get on the brand new tyres of the mediums now. Wolfie plays, retires the car in the pit lane then, with only a few laps to go. So that'll be it for his race. Hopefully he joins us in the Twitch chat, maybe let us know what went on. Maybe it was side pod damage that made him go, but hopefully he joins us in the chat then. After retiring from the session, ladies and gentlemen, here in the Grand Prix, 50% race we've had for Abu Dhabi, and Wolfie plays, being the first retiree in 21 laps. Lost confidence, fair enough, mate, fair enough. Arctic Ryan makes a pit stop then, ladies and gentlemen, in the late stages of the Grand Prix on lap 21 of 29, where he's in the pit lane. He'll be coming out very soon. On the exit now in the Williams, as we're watching Mr. Bow and Emble give it a bit of a go. What can Mr. Bow do? Will it be a move on the backside of Emble is the question. Gaining and gaining, ladies and gentlemen. I just want to say as well in the chat, a massive thank you to Wolfie again for the bits you've sent tonight. I really appreciate it. You know, you and Reaper have been that good to me that this month I might actually be able to get my second payout on Twitch. If it carries on like this, I mean, it's amazing what you've done for me, so thank you very much. As Mr. Bow can't get through past Emble today. Yes, I think I'm only about $20 away from $20 away from another payout, which is great. So thank you very much, mate. You've helped a lot there. But hopefully it's correct this time. Yeah, absolutely. It was a pain in the arse, wasn't it? It was absolute pain last time getting it, but oh no, never mind. It's at the minute it's about $27 that I need more before another payout is eligible, which I get paid out on the 11th of every month. So we've still got like 20 odd days to try and accumulate another 20-something dollars, but we'll try. See if we can get paid again. But here we go then, everybody. Lap 23 of 29, where we're really running into the end of this race now, running out of time. Kryptonite spins around in the final few corners, down in P12 at the minute in the Red Bull. He brings himself back on the track. Ooh, did he spin in the rears then, as he heads towards the line and start his lap 23 now as the judge not far away from finishing it. The judge leading this Grand Prix at the moment and could be a race winner this afternoon if he carries on like this. Who was expecting this? The judge out of nowhere could be your race winner, or has Arctic Ryan got it covered on the brand new mediums, not very far behind the guys in front as Kryptonite spins around again. Arctic Ryan gaining with 6 laps more of this Abu Dhabi Grand Prix, and Arctic Ryan could be the man to take the win this afternoon if he carries on like this. No penalties as it stands in the way of anybody in this race. It is just them, the car, and whoever is the better man on the night. I let the cars, I let the drivers who was behind me because I had no confidence to carry on the race. Fair enough, mate. Here comes Arctic Ryan then. This will be one that he needs to pick off, and he's absolutely done it up the inside line. No issue there for him, and he finds his way through to P2. Now he's only got 2.2 seconds between him and a race-winning trophy, ladies and gentlemen. This is it. There we go then, round the final corner. We begin lap 25 of 29 here in Abu Dhabi, where the judge could be a race winner, or is Arctic Ryan going to take it all away from him? It is looking that way. He pitted 3 laps to go for the brand new medium compound tyres, and at the minute they are working much better than the judge's 11 lap old hards, which is much expected, and we're gaining all the way down then, everybody, into the second straight. Embull with a 3-second time penalty in the closing stages. The top 4 without a penalty at all. We're going to head all the way down the straight, and this afternoon this could be your race winning move. Arctic Ryan to gain and gain on the judge, not making the move just yet, but getting closer. Not enough to make the move right now though. He just followed through. Now the second dose of DRS is always much more powerful. He gains, and for the race lead, and most likely for the race win, the Williams goes around the outside of the judge, and he is back on top here in Abu Dhabi. Arctic Ryan leads on the 3-lap old mediums. He is in a very good position now, ladies and gentlemen, to win this Grand Prix in that Williams car. He is doing brilliantly with only 3 laps to go after he crosses the line. Kryptonite retires from the session in the pit lane. 2 drivers now retiring, Wolfie and Kryptonite, of course, both gone. As over the line, 3 more to go before the end of a spectacular evening, and Arctic Ryan most likely going to become your race winner this afternoon. The judge struggling to catch up then on the backside at the minute. Arctic Ryan, oh my god, he's gone around! He was in a very good position of winning. He very nearly hits the wall there. Through goes the judge, ladies and gentlemen. Who was expecting this? He saved that pretty well. Arctic Ryan maybe getting too comfortable up at the front today. He was passed by the judge after a mistake from himself. And now we head through with only a few laps to go, more margin for error than ever, and Arctic Ryan has got to try and pass the judge on the final few laps of this Grand Prix. Lap 27 of 29. David Scott as well, seeming to gain a little bit there on the backside. He's still within reach here. Do not count him out. Arctic Ryan as well is in reach as well. He did make a bit of a mistake. Into turn 5 we go. Will David Scott get a good run at the race leaders up at the front, or is he not going to get a chance? He's not going to get a chance, as here comes Arctic Ryan under judge after making a mistake. He finds his way back through again to the race lead. And just about makes it then, ladies and gentlemen, in this Grand Prix. He's going to send it on the inside line. The judge tries to go through. He gets a 3-second penalty and ruins the entire race for him. He's down to 3 now, as David Scott is going to claim second place. What a catastrophe for the judge at the end of this race, after hitting the other car nearly, I believe. Wow, just wow, what is going on at the end of this race here. We're going to cross the line in a few moments' time to begin the penultimate lap of this Grand Prix. Over the line then for the judge, it's going to be 3rd place at the minute for him if they finish in this order. Lap 28 of 29, the penultimate lap of the Grand Prix. Ryan leading this race at the minute, makes a mistake again. Here comes David Scott and the judge. The judge going around the outside line to make 2 overtakes here today. He's going to try and make the move on the inside line. Here, look at him on the inside here. The Alpine trying to get through. That is incredible. At the end, everybody, in the penultimate lap, the judge trying to get through there. He made his way past both of them at one point, but then lost the place. And through goes Arctic Ryan. Fighting back is the judge then up the inside line here on the closing stages. He's going to try and get through in the Alpine up the inside. He's through to 2nd place. Arctic Ryan down to 3rd. He really needs to gain now if he wants to win this race. He's going to get a good exit out of here now with the DRS activated. He'll make a move past the judge for definitely as we go around the outside line. A very good dose of DRS down here. Then everybody into turn 9. Will the Williams be able to get through past the Alpine? They're both fighting side by side. He pushes him off. The judge is ahead still of Arctic Ryan, and David Scott running away with the Grand Prix lead at the moment as these guys at the back are battling. Who would have actually thought this, everybody? Here for PGS Tier 2. This is incredible stuff. Absolutely brilliant. David Scott could go ahead and win the Grand Prix today if these two keep battling behind. The judge has got a penalty though, so he will drop down to 3rd anyway, no matter where he finishes. The final lap of the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix begins for round 2 of the PGS Tier 2, ladies and gentlemen. Arctic Ryan needs to gain under judge. He was in a very good place of winning. There was no way that he wouldn't have won the race, but he made too many mistakes. He was overtaken too many times, didn't go down his way. Now he's half a second behind the judge. He needs to gain on the judge if he wants to take this 2nd place. Penalties at the minute will allow him to take 2nd anyway, but I'm sure he wants to take it on the track. He's right behind him at this moment in time. The P3 driver right now of Arctic Ryan struggling on the backside of the judge, who now will be gaining on David Scott, who's running away with the Grand Prix lead. Who will it be? Arctic Ryan gaining and gaining on the Williams, burning every little bit of battery he's got left into the chicane. Here we go in Abu Dhabi, the Alpine ahead. Here comes Arctic Ryan with a much cleaner exit out of here. He's going to make the move on the Alpine all the way up here now with the DRS activated in the Williams. Through past the Alpine. Will he be able to make the move on the outside line? This is brilliant stuff at the very end, everybody, and we are loving the action on the final lap here in PGS in Abu Dhabi. And after all the squabbling between the two guys here of the judge and Arctic Ryan, which is still going at it, David Scott has managed to run away with the race lead. The man that nobody thought would come close to winning the Grand Prix this afternoon. He was at the right place at the right time, the complete definition of it, and he rounds off the final corners here in Abu Dhabi under the lights to cross the line to win here at the Yas Marina circuit for round 2 of PGS Tier 2. It is going to be Ryan 2nd place. The judge comes home in 3rd, and a sensational battle at the end, everybody, to finish off this evening's Grand Prix. David Scott wins the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix from Ryan from the judge. What a race, everybody. If you're in the chat and enjoyed that, let me know. I really did enjoy that at the very end. It really ramped up. They always, you know, seem to ramp up at the end. Great racing that was. Great racing at the end. What a night, Wolfie. Yeah, mate, honestly, if you are going to get some clips from me tonight, you got to clip that last few laps. They were great. What an evening. What a night. It was great at the end for the Tier 2, ladies and gentlemen. Nobody expected the battling. Nobody expected the race winner we have been granted with here today. And here it is, ladies and gents. Race winner, David Scott. Fastest lap, Arctic Ryan. Driver of the day, Flavour. Most overtakes is Flavour. And cleanest driver is David Scott. That is it, ladies and gentlemen, for the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix. David Scott wins from Arctic Ryan, second place. To Judge, third. Costas 4. Mr. Bo, 5. Flavour, 6. Embulk, 7. Gent, 8. Flame, 9. And Tiger B, 10. In the chat, Jevi says, congratulations to the podium and nice comms again. I appreciate it, mate. Thanks for having me, everybody, for the PGS Tier 2. We'll do it from YouTube, mate. Yeah, no worries, mate. That's absolutely fine. But that is it. We are done for this evening. Thanks for having me for PGS Tier 2, ladies and gentlemen. It has been a pleasure. I'll see you all back again, back to usual, on the Thursday for PGS Realistic. Have a good Sunday evening and good night.